Hi, I'm Kiana Sky.
And I'm Mateo Welsh. Welcome to Burnaby Connect.
In this episode, it'll be all about health and fitness.
First off, we're going to be working out at the gym with Johnny at Dyer Fitness.
I know you're dying to see that, Mateo.
My name is Jonathan Dyer. I am a personal trainer as well as co-founder of Dyer Fitness Incorporated. I'm also a high school football coach and an Olympic weightlifting coach. What inspired me to start this business was just being fit my whole life. When I was young, fitness was instilled upon me. Playing football for 10 years, you kind of have to hit the weights at some point. So I saw my trainer working as a trainer and I was like, "You do this for a living?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "That's something I want to do." So ever since then, I've worked towards becoming a personal trainer and kinesiologist. What inspires me to stay in shape is just being healthy and longevity in life, and just being able to move in a lot of ways that most people at the age of, say, 70 can't do. I want to be able to do that when I'm 70. And lifting heavy weight excites me. Why should teenagers be active? Teenagers should be active just to prevent a lot of heart diseases, to prevent a lot of injuries, and just to be able to live a more healthier life. It helps with depression, which a lot of kids go through these days, and it will help you become a better person. Diet is very important. It's basically, I say it's diet 70%, the rest is fitness. If you don't have your diet down, then you're just going in a vicious cycle, and you're not gonna see any real results. So when someone's joining the gym, what I do is I put them through a consultation phase. We do a questionnaire. I have them fill out a Park Cube form as well too. And from there we go on to the movement analysis. So we have a functional movement system test that I do, and that basically tells me where one's strong points and weak points are in the gym and out of the gym. And then basically we assess from there, and then I say you can take these classes, or if personal training is a better option for them, we go down that route as well too.
498, 499, 500. Big man.
Push-ups are way too hard.
Well, that's not the way I like to keep fit. I like to bust a move.
Hey, that's not that bad of an idea.
My name is Natalie Atherton. I'm 17 years old and I'm training to be a professional dancer. I started dancing because my mom put me in dance class when I was 3 years old, because I would always dance and run around the house, and so she thought it would be good for me. The kinds of dance I do are jazz, tap, musical theater, ballet, lyrical, contemporary, modern, and my favorite type of dance is probably ballet. It has definitely had a positive impact on my health and fitness. It keeps me really active and healthy and just day to day, because I do it so much, right? So it's pretty good for me. I think other teens should definitely try dancing. It's a fun and interactive way to get active, and it doesn't really feel like you're doing exercise, so most teens would probably like it. If you don't think you're good at dancing, then I think you should still go for it and still try it, because it doesn't matter what other people think when you're dancing, it's only for yourself. So if you feel good, then you should dance.
Wow, can you dance like that?
No. Hey, but I can beatbox though.
Okay. Next up, we have Jonathan Calvez in the studio with his mad beatboxing skills.
Word.
Hi, and welcome to Burnaby Connect. I am your host, Kiana Sky, and I'm here with Jonathan Calvez. So, Jonathan, tell me a bit about yourself and beatboxing.
I came from the Middle East, and I actually have no musical background at all, so pretty much music in my family, it's like a big no-no. Like my parents don't like music. It's not that they don't like music, it's just that they don't want anyone taking like music as a profession and all that. So, yeah.
That's understandable. So, with beatboxing, like I know you've been doing beatboxing for like, I think 2 years. You were mentioned.
Yeah, 2
So
years.
can you tell us a bit about like beatboxing and how long you've been doing it for, and what made you decide that I like beatboxing? This thing is for me. I like to beatbox. You know, like tell me about that.
Well, it first started out when I found out I was gonna move to Canada 2 years ago, and I had that fear because since I've been watching on TVs and that like I might get bullied if I don't know anything. I have no special talent at all. So I had a fear that I might get bullied, so I had to find something unique, something that I can do that people there could not do. So I came Canada 2 years ago, and as we were browsing through like schools, we were at downtown one day, and I was walking by the waterfront, and there was a guy who was beatboxing. He was busking, right? And he did this cool sounds, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, right?
Okay.
And so I thought to myself, I might as well like try this. Like I don't see this. This is the first time I've seen beatboxing. So at that day, I went home, went on the internet, typed beatbox, and one of the first things I saw was Korean effects, and I did a little research on him, and I found out he's actually one of the finalists in the first Canada's Got Talent as a beatboxer. Oh. And I said, oh my gosh, beatboxing has like, it can go this far. So I thought, I want to try this out. And first it started out as a hobby, and when I actually brought it up to people, like I started beatboxing, they're just, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I can't believe that you're doing all these sounds with your mouth. So, yeah, it's amazing.
It's incredible on how you create different sounds and using the sounds what's in here. Like when you touch your head, you hear that sound. You'd be like,
you hear that sound.
how do I make that? How do I make that sound in my head?
That shaky noise, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. And so you first came to Canada. That's when you started to like.
That's when
you started there.
That's when I started, yeah.
To get your expert levels that you are right now. How many times a day do you usually beatbox? Like I'm really fascinated about that.
Pretty much every day. It just comes in. It's like a brain fog. Like I just end up walking. I'm just like, and I was just like, oh, this is a good beat. I'm gonna keep this and all that. So yeah, it's really fascinating. Like usually people would listen to music and like stay close, but I like to like sometimes or most of the times I like to walk around, listen to different sounds and hear that the beep, like all the sounds, and I can see if I can make it like with my mouth and all that. So it's pretty interesting.
Wow, that's truly incredible. That's really cool how you just make it and like just put everything together. Well, thank you for being on our show.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to wrap things up. Can you show us a little bit of sound? Throw a little, I want to hear a little sound.
Think of something.
There you go. Ooh. Drop that bass. So thank you, Jonathan, for joining us here today. Next up, we have SFU Puppy Therapy.
So Puppy Therapy is an event put on by SFU Health and Counseling, and this year we're in partnership with Train Pup and also PADS, and basically what it is it just gives students, faculty, staff just a chance to take a break out of their day and de-stress a little bit.
I'm with the Train Pup, and what we are doing is we're coming in to campuses like SFU, and we want to develop a relationship with students through puppies so they can get some stress relief in and everything.
Not just the students, but anyone. You can see them stress out. You can just see them melt when they see the puppies. Like, oh, puppies.
Well, the way that the puppies interact with the students is that we bring them in and it's really a therapeutic type, sort of where they come in and they hang out with students and students hang out with the puppies. So it's kind of a dual sort of working here where both sides get to hang out with one another. And they come around, they come into a little area. We call it the puppy den. and they come in and they hang out with students, and then they walk up and down the aisles just to give the other students a little opportunity to say hello so that they can interact a little bit more.
Puppy therapy, to me, it is a nice de-stressor, especially during midterm season. It's so busy. I'm running around like a chicken all the time, and it's just nice to be able to play with little fluffy creatures for fun.
It's like your daily dose of happiness. You could just take a break from all the stress of school, come and relax for a bit.
Finals are coming up, and then it's a great way to relieve stress and also to just hang out with puppies.
I would recommend puppy therapy to anybody. So it started off with students because that is our primary population, but it's grown to staff and faculty. We're an all-inclusive community at SFU, so we include all communities. We don't separate anybody, so we bring everybody involved. And it's gotten so popular now that we've actually had individuals who are not part of the SFU community actually come into our different campuses and hang out with the puppies. So it's for everybody.
Kick it like the real hip hop, the real hip hop, the real hip hop.
A little physical activity is very important.
It's true, but it's also important to work out your mind as well.
Yeah, a little R&R won't hurt nobody.
Next up, we have some youth counseling.
My name is Mike Pander, currently working as a supervisor of Summit Youth Center. Here at Summit, it's more of a drop-in based program where kids aged 13 to 18 can come in here Monday to Friday. Many people get the impression sometimes that, hey, youth center is for youth who are specifically struggling with X, Y, or Z. And that's not necessarily the case. We have youth who come in just to play PlayStation 4 because they don't have a PlayStation 4 at home. Some other youth come in just to get some involvement with other youth to play ping pong.
I started attending Summit about 4 years ago, yeah, in grade 9, I believe. My friend Evan, I was hanging out with him, and he's like, there's this cool place, Summit, where you can go relax, play pool. And I was like, oh, I'm down for that. So yeah.
The mission statement for Summit is to engage youth, is to make sure that we provide an atmosphere in which they feel safe, welcome, open, and that we're here to provide whatever necessary function we need to provide for them. I think there's always a need for some sort of programming for youth. Youth make up a large portion of our community, and so we need to offer some type of service.
I would recommend this program to anyone who's having troubles at home and away, because when I came here, I was having troubles at home too, and this place, I talked to a few people. I talked to the Summit leaders, and they helped me a lot with that.
It's an interesting thing, though, as a youth worker, that you're always trying to provide a sense of acceptance and through acceptance be warm and loving towards the youth. I know sometimes the boundary gets blurred, but we do our best to remain professional. And the great part is that once they become an adult, we're able to kind of cross the line and become friends.
Hey, that seemed like a pretty cool place.
I think I might be getting sick. Can someone give me a Tylenol?
Nah, fam. What you need to do is take the natural path. I know a good doctor.
Well, I need a natural path. Dr. Pushpa, where you at though?
Hi, welcome to Burnaby Connect. My name is Mateo Welsh. I'm here with naturopath Pushpa Chandra. So, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Thank you for having me, by the way. So I'm a naturopathic physician, and in Canada, naturopathic doctors work like a primary care physician, so it will be just like a family doctor. So our training is exactly the same as your general practitioner or your GP, except that for naturopathic doctors, we actually have further training, which is an alternative medicine training. So if a person comes to us and says they've got a heart problem, and they don't want to take any conventional medicine or orthodox medication, then we'll have some alternatives to it, provided it is still safe for the patient. We look at the cause of the disease more than the symptom of the disease. So the primary difference, I think, is that we also practice alternative sources.
Okay, well, so basically you're saying all the medicines you're giving is organic and natural?
So that's a great question, because when we think of organic and natural, we do associate that with naturopathic doctors. Not everything that's natural is always healthy for you, so that's one of the things that I actually teach my patients, saying be careful of those buzzwords. The only difference in us is that we have the exact same curriculum. The only difference is that we have some alternatives. We have more than 2 modalities. So a family doctor would have surgery and medication. We can do acupuncture, we can prescribe sports, such as exercise, which is something that we really look at doing with our patients. We look at nutrition. The father of medicine, Hippocrates, said, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. So that's one of our primary principles or philosophies, is use food as your medicine and not drugs. But in terms of education, we're educated in the exact same way.
Wow, that's very interesting. So,
Thank you.
What do you find to be the most common health-related issues amongst teenagers today?
What an awesome question. And I have a passion for children. I actually worked at Children's Hospital for 22 years as a pediatric nurse. So I have this innate love to always nourish teenagers and to be part of children's health. And for kids, whether they're a teenager or a 2-year-old, I think for me, my primary, one of the greatest philosophies that I teach them is that always pay attention to what you put into your body, which is nutrition, and then probably my #1 medication is exercise. Yes, I really am passionate about exercise, and there's more and more studies about how exercise doesn't just keep you look pretty, keep you looking beautiful and handsome and give you that figure, but exercise actually regenerates brain cells. It can make you smarter, and how cool is that?
So, would you have any quick tips for any teenagers to, help live a better or healthier lifestyle?
That is a very individual question. The one thing that I always say that you can always do is you can drink more water and you can exercise more. I think those are sort of my two key things. I don't have to look at the diet. They can eat the chips, but if they drink the water, enough water, and have some kind of exercise routine in their body, whether they play basketball with the friends or frisbee at the beach, whatever it is, it really is one of the most empowering effects that a person has within themselves.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Next up, we have an item on chiropractic medicine.
Hi guys, my name is Dr. Ron Uppel. I'm a chiropractor here at Hold'em Chiropractic and Wellness Center. And one of the main things we focus on is spinal health and posture. That's what we're going to be going over with Kate today.
Okay, so what's the most common problem you see amongst teenagers these days with their backs?
Well, one of the biggest problems most teenagers have with their backs nowadays is upper back tension, tension in their necks, and tension in their skulls, which would lead to headaches. And that has a lot to do with their posture and how they hold themselves in class and how they use their technology.
Okay,
All
so
right.
why don't you show us a little bit about
For
what
sure.
happens?
All right. So when someone comes in with upper back or neck issues, it's a lot to do with their posture. So a lot of sitting, and even people in the workplace. So what we're looking for is tension in the upper back, which is related to the spine. So wherever she's stuck, there's stress on her nerves, which is going to make her muscles tight. So right here, can you feel that, Claire Kate?
Yeah.
All right, so give me a deep breath in, and all the way out. Ah, beautiful. All right, now we're going to come up. So this one's stuck here. All right, there, deep breath in, Kate. And all the way out, relax it. All right, very good, very easy. Now let's get you on your back. So that was the traps. Now a second part of this is her neck, because that's what holds her head, and that's what we need to keep moving properly. So the neck is meant for rotation. So she's stuck right here, and a little bit. When I say stuck, the vertebrae is just off. So we come in here, and we're like, nice, right there, and then, beautiful, very good. And that's the adjustment, which allows the stress to be taken off. How's that feel?
I feel so much better. My back feels lighter. Thank you so much for being here with us, Dr. Ong. We're very
Anytime.
happy to have you. Thank you for teaching us some of that education on posture, and we'll see you next time on Burnaby Connect.
Wow, I just had this incredible juice from the Nectar's Juicery.
Really? I haven't been there. I should try it sometime.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm the manager here at Nectar Juicery. So our juices are made from 100% organic fruits, vegetables, and herbs, and they're produced, of course, locally here in Vancouver. We offer juice cleanses, kind of for a variety of different lengths. So typically, most of our customers do a 1, 3, or a 5-day cleanse. So with the juice cleanse, the way it's typically set up is that you're just juicing, and what that does with doing just juice for a couple days is you essentially are able to flood your body with nutrients, way more nutrients that are really bioavailable that you don't usually get from your normal diet. So it helps cleanse, detoxify, which means just get out the toxins, all the bad things, and helps to reset the whole digestive system. Usually on a daily basis, we have between 6 to 8 different juices and milks available, and by milks I mean nut milks. And then for our whole menu, we have about probably upwards to about 15 or so different juices. We're always alchemizing new ones, and then there's several that are very seasonal. So we just offer them in the summer or just offer them in the winter. We use a really high quality hydraulic press that essentially just slowly presses the fruits and vegetables together, so it doesn't hurt the enzymes or the nutrient content. And so essentially when we press, whatever comes out goes in the bottle. There's nothing added to it. It's unpasteurized, there's no sugars, nothing. There's only a 3-day shelf life, which is kind of industry standard for the juices. And so it's a great way to bring health and vitality to the body, and it's just a very efficient way of getting nutrients. People feel comfortable. Our owner, myself, we're a holistic nutritionist. Most of our staff have a nutrition background or have a huge passion for health and wellness.
Next up, we have Aaron and Noah on the street.
What I do to make myself an active and healthy person is go for lots of walks. We walk a lot.
I play a lot of hockey, and then I walk the dog.
I like to go out and dance at night.
I try and walk around wherever I go. Vancouver is really great for that. It's a really great walking city, so that's nice.
So a lot of times in the mountains, snowboarding or hiking.
I do a lot of yoga, running, that kind of thing.
I think the biggest thing that you can do to just kind of promote a healthier, active lifestyle is just take interest in stuff.
Getting out, being active, taking part in the community.
As long as you're outdoors and you have a fun time doing it.
Diet's important.
A healthy diet's super important.
Try to have vegetable and some fruit and stuff.
It's easy to go to the market and get fresh food and make actually real good food where you know where it's coming from.
Greens, veggies,
high protein, low carb.
It used to be common for me to eat meat every day, and now I eat it maybe once a week.
Well, a person really is more than just physical. There's a mental part to the health as well.
Healthy outlook, positive outlook on life,
You can't be alone in this world. That's the hardest thing, is that once you get wrapped up in your own head, it's a kind of a vicious cycle.
Just be like interested in what's going on around you, and then that'll really get you out of the house and get you meeting new people and getting out and doing new activities, I think.
If you're not convinced that health and fitness is important for you yet,
Then you should watch this rant by Robert Greene.
that'll convince you.
Hey, I'm Robert. Did you know that in 2014, 48% of British Columbians were overweight? Didn't think so. Kids need to start taking better care of their body. Adults too. What I like to do is jumping jacks, push-ups, burpees, walks, runs. Go to the gym, anything, lift some weights. And I can't stand when people are having those cheeseburgers and the chocolate bars and the fries and stuff that just fills your body with toxins and everything bad. Like, that's awful. What you need to do is have something healthier. A salad, eggs, breakfast, anything. A steak even. I love steak. But what I'm trying to say is just, please, everyone, please take better care of your body, or I'm gonna try. Now I'm gonna go for a run.